Good news and bad news, Commander. The outcome of the war wasn't changed. The Soviets have surrendered. The bad news is, Yuri's still at large. The world leaders aren't taking any chances. They're meeting at a classified location to sign the treaty with the Soviets. Per the General's orders, restrict...
Good day, Lieutenant. Where is this top-secret meeting of world leaders?
I can't.
Tell me.
London, England. Parliament building.
What the blazes is going on? You've got an unauthorized transmission. Cut the satellite link. Well, blow it to Kingdom Come if you have to. Out of the frying pan into the fire. Since he can't clone the Allied leaders, he's bound to try a more direct approach. They're meeting in London right now to ratify the treaty with the Soviets. Get to London ASAP, Commander. And you, get a medic out to the lieutenant.
Establishing battlefield control. Stand by. Incoming transmission.
This is a very important meeting, Commander. If this treaty is ratified, the Soviet forces will join us in the battle against Yuri. We'll set up our defenses by the Parliament building. My money says Yuri will launch an offensive from the east. He might even sneak down the Thames River. We've got to build us an impenetrable air and sea defense. The leaders are already arriving. If they get killed or mind-controlled, everything we've done up till now won't mean diddly. Comprende?
You don't want the Vice President running the country, do you?
Which way, comrade?
Battle control online.
Ready!
Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Yuri's Revenge. This is Mission 6 of the Allied campaign. And yes, the Lieutenant is alright. She gave us the ability to play the game again. Anyways, yes, this first part is going to be fast up a lot faster than normal, mainly because it's all just me setting up. Now, there is a timer at the bottom right hand corner. There's like 15, I think it started at like 15 minutes, which is game time, not actual time. It's a little bit faster than actual time. Now, I didn't practice this before. I went straight into playing this from after playing the last mission. So you see me. You saw that I trained attack dog, and I'm sending him around looking at the map. I do end up. You'll see a pretty nice strategy, and this actually does work really well. Since I don't have to worry about Yuri's forces, not until the timer runs out or gets low. So I have free range of the
incoming transmission.
Unit reporting. Ready.
You cannot win, Commander. Soon the fool Romanov will be dead, and the Allied leaders will be under my control. Soon you will beg for my mercy and forgiveness. Perhaps you will live as a mindless slave. This might amuse me.
Unit ready.
Yeah. While he's doing his threats, just keep playing. That's how I see it. It's like, yeah, just talk. So yeah, the rest of this is me setting up, and it's almost time for it. And I think I get one little warning before they actually start attacking.
Unit ready.
I hope you're ready, Commander.
Orders?
Yuri's forces are inbound. Some of them might be sneaking up the Thames, so watch out.
And at this time, they will actually start attacking. It's not even hasn't even finished counting down, they're already attacking. You are constantly going to be, or I'm constantly bombarded by attacks. So if you play this game or play along, be warned, they are everywhere. They come from all corners. I could have taken out the bridges early on and have them all focus fire in one area.
Bound forward.
Holy cow! Commander, we got some sort of UFO on the scope. Either it's an alien invasion or Yuri's been watching too much TV. Watch yourself, Commander.
Building.
Okay, so anyone ever believe in aliens and stuff? Well, apparently it's not true. It's all Yuri. Yeah, this is one of the most bizarre weapons that he produces, and I think this is the only flying weapon he has.
IFV ready.
Battle control offline. Incoming transmission.
That was some fine work, Commander. The treaty's been signed. We've tracked down the location of Yuri's London base. Soviet forces will be joining us any time now. Use them. Burn that base to the ground and scatter the ashes.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I'm going to take the time and say that this is the only Soviet reinforcement you get in this mission. Just wait until the next mission.
Battle control online.
Now, you might have noticed that at the very end, or closer to the end of that whole scrimmage, I finally noticed the repair machine shop, and I actually took that over. But I kind of had a problem. I didn't have too much of a good defense right
Tech
here.
building lost. Mission failed.
Yeah, just because I defended at the start doesn't mean it was over. Alright, so this is take 2 from the very beginning of the mission, because I do change my strategy a little bit here. Now that I know where everything is, I actually focus on capturing everything. I do capture the hospital again, and I actually build anti-air defenses around it, so I can actually get the flying discs early. I also get the machine shop early, and those oil refineries. I'm going to go ahead and take this time to talk about the floating discs, as because you will see pretty much my change in strategy as I'm talking about it. The floating discs, they again are the only airborne units that Yuri has. It has both both air to ground and air to air attacks. It is slightly slow moving, but if it gets over a structure, it can power it down. So if it gets to a power plant, it shuts down your whole base, which is bad. And its attack is pretty powerful too. So it is something that you really have to look out for. And it has some other features too. If it gets over a refinery, it can actually steal money straight from the refinery.
And I thought the brute was bad. Yuri calls this thing a mastermind. It's basically a big brain on wheels that mind controls anything that gets near it. Don't get near it. Unit lost.
The mastermind is... it's powerful. It is just like the psychic... what are those called? The psychic towers? Yeah, the psychic towers, and it can actually take control of multiple units. That's now it is vulnerable. It doesn't have any kind of or it has any doesn't have any kind of defenses or anything. Quick note: I'm going back to normals. Well, my normal fast forward instead of the super awesome fast forward of death now, since it's back to where I was. There is a drawback to the mastermind. If it takes control of more than 3 units, it will overload and actually self-destruct. It is eerily quiet for the end of the song on this one. I'll have to look into that later. But it is... If you get bombarded by them, the best thing to do is get as many units close to it as possible, because it will automatically mind control those units. And the more it mind controls, the faster it will self-destruct. So half the time, it's just best to let it self-destruct. Now, I'm actually doing a lot better job, and I do save a couple of times here. But I end up playing a lot better than last time, so I didn't really need to. Now, as you can see, Yuri's base is pretty... It's pretty messy, mainly because it's built around a bunch of other buildings that are half destroyed. Now, you probably have noticed the machine shop's right next to where their ore field is, their main source of money. I didn't realize it until the map expanded, and I was like, wow, I better put some defenses. And I'm glad I did, because it kept most of the enemies away from going down the east side of the map and attacking me from the bridge on the east, from the southeast. Now, it also is taking out the any new slave miners that Yuri produces. The slave miners, again, is their collector for ore. They and they get killed as they get close to the prism tower, so it is actually really nice. Now, as you can see, I did capture another not an ore refinery, oil refinery, and build an ore refinery next to it. Yeah, I know. A lot of refineries. Right next to the ore field, so I can actually get a lot more money. But I'm pretty much at the end of the game. I pretty much have my forces together now. My main strategy is to take out their power, because if I take out their power, I can get in and destroy their base a lot more easily. So I'm using my ships to take out any of the water-based units, while I use the dreadnoughts and the aircraft carriers to take out the power plants. I do have to do this very carefully. I have to constantly tell them to stop, because if I don't, the air carriers will just keep sending out an airplane as soon as one is ready, and that's not efficient enough. They'll just get shot down almost immediately. So I have to constantly attack, stop, let them charge back up, attack, stop. It is a slow progress, but it is very effective. Now, I do take out the psychic tower just in case it does take the ships under control. I'm not too sure if it does, but just to be safe. Now I think at this time I actually taken out enough of the power plants that they have no more power. I do have the problem that they do have the Gatling tanks, so I take care of a couple of them, as well as another power plant. Now I send in the troops. I have a pretty large army, and as you saw, I had 2 battle fortresses with 4
Unit
Tesla
lost.
troopers and 2
Unit promoted.
Moving.
Guardian GIs in them.
Target sight.
Pretty effective. But as you see, I wiped it out pretty
Mission
quickly,
accomplished.
and it's done. So yeah, now that it was this time, since I was ready, it worked out a lot better than last time. But yeah, it did take me a little bit longer than it should have, but that was mainly because I was making sure being prepared and stuff for the final strike. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this mission. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. Please follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates and stuff like that. I will see you guys at the next and final mission for the Allied campaign. See you guys next time. Bye.